Hello, everyone. Thank you for being here. And I'm sue.oneschuk here, continuing the lessons from the Workbook of A Course in Miracles. And today we're continuing on and with lesson 144, which is in Review 4. So the theme for this lesson, and these particular review lessons are quite short, and I'll be giving some reflection on it as well. So the theme is my mind holds only what I think with God. And it's reviewing the lesson 127. There is no love, but God's. In lesson 128, the world I see holds nothing that I want. Again, there is no love but God's. And the world I see holds nothing that I want. So in order to love fully, we cannot love someone and hate another, is what it tells us in this lesson. And there is no love but God's. And God's love is all inclusive. And this is what we're reaching for, is to experience that in our lives, as we are continuing to practice and this course and these lessons. So I want to go back to lesson 127 on page 230 in the workbook, and read paragraph 1 and 2, because it explains it quite well there. It says, perhaps you think that different kinds of love are possible. Perhaps you think there is a kind of love for this and a kind of love for that, and a way of loving one and another way of loving still another. Love is one. It has no separation and no degrees, no kinds of levels, no divergencies, and no distinctions. It is like itself, unchanged throughout. Love is changeless. It never alters with a person or a circumstance. It is the heart of God and also of his Son. You and I and our brothers. You, I, our brothers and sisters. So it goes on, it says, love's meaning is obscure to anyone who thinks that love can change. Again, love is changeless. Anything that changes is not real, and that's the ego. The ego is not real. The ego is part of our overall functioning, but it's very, very narrow. And we give it the majority of our power versus being who we are as love. And the ego is a very, very narrow path, which is just a little scope of our consciousness, and we give it a lot of energy. Our mind, our natural mind, I should say, is the mind of God. And the mind of God is without any antagonism. So in God's mind, again, in order to love fully, we cannot love someone and be out with another or hate another. So it goes on here to say again, love's meaning is obscure to anyone who thinks that love can change. He does not see that changing love must be impossible. And thus he thinks that he can love at times, as I said, and hate at other times. He also thinks that love can be bestowed on one and yet remain itself, although it is withheld from others. No. To believe these things of love is not to understand it. If it could make such distinctions and make such distinctions, it would have to judge between the righteous and the sinner. and perceive the Son of God in separate parts. And that's what the ego wants. That's what the ego wants. And just think of how much energy we give to that versus standing in the love that we are moment by moment. And again, this is a practice. Again, love cannot judge. Love cannot judge. It's not that we do not judge, it's that we cannot judge in the space of love. As it is, love is one itself. And it looks on all as one. Love's meaning lies in oneness. And love is a law without opposites. In the ego, there's opposites. Right, wrong, love, hate, good, bad, happiness, sadness. I think I said it right, wrong, real, unreal. In God's mind and in the space of love, there are no opposites. So I want to go on and read from, again, I thought it was very interesting today in my reflection as well, to share with you from the Workbook Companion. So here's what the Workbook Companion has to say today for this lesson. There is no law. Again, there is no love but God's, and the world I see holds nothing that I want. So it said, if there is no love but God's, and my mind holds only what I think with him, then the emptiness I sometimes feel within myself, the lack of love, the longing for a fully satisfying love that never fails, is always there. A love that's always there. Something I can depend on in every situation will be fulfilled. Thinking I am not seeking for love in this world is simply a mistake. The love I am looking for is within me, or the love that you're looking for is within you, right in your own mind. We are not looking for anything in this world. Although we so often find or think that we are. We think that we're looking for that love in this world. We are looking for something that we already have, but we've denied it. And the way to find it is to give it. It is to be it. It is to be love that we already are. Again, love is not something we possess. Love is something that can possess us. And in that possession is satisfaction. The attempt to collect love, to possess it, and to hoard it brings us pain. Our joy can be found in pouring love out, sharing it, blessing the world with it. To recognize that our minds hold only this love, our mind holds only this love, and to open it to the world is all that we really want. This and only this will bring us happiness. He goes on to say, the world I see holds nothing that I want, could be spoken in despair. And the unspoken thought behind them might be, nothing here is good enough for me. Nothing here satisfies, and I will never, therefore never be satisfied. Or these words could be spoken with joy. The world can be spoken with joy. So here's an example that they give. It says, if I'm driving a brand new car, exactly the kind that I want most, equipped with every accessory I've ever desired, and I pass an auto junkyard, I can look at that junkyard and say, that junkyard holds nothing that I want. I can speak the words with satisfaction. I can say the same thing as I pass a luxury car dealership because I already have what I want. It's all about being happy with what you already have and being happy with that. Likewise, if I already have what I want in God, there is no despair in the words, this world holds nothing that I want. Again, if I already have what I want in God, my wants are all filled. So if there is no love but God's, and he has imparted himself, his very thought to my mind, to our mind, we can look calmly at the world and realize that there is nothing in it to compare to what we have. We can never lack for love. We can never, again, as I said, we can never lack for love. So because we are that very love. And, we see that same love in every being around us, springing from that same source, from God. So when we're love, we can see the love in others. I need to see the love and the Christ in myself before I can see it in others. So love is all around us and within us, if we are only willing to see it. So as it says here in the commentary, let us look for God's love today in everything that we see. And let's rejoice every time we find it. Be grateful, rejoice, and acknowledge it in every smile. And give it every chance that you have to do so. So again, let's encourage every spark of it in others. Let's encourage it today. And also in ourselves. Because this is where salvation lies. And remember, our function, this is our function. And also is our happiness. And it's guaranteed. It's guaranteed because our minds hold only God's loving thoughts. So that's today. Again, my mind holds only what I think with God. That's the theme. And there is no love but God's. And the world I see holds nothing that I want. We're looking for love in all the wrong places. It was a message given to me many years ago. Find that love within yourself. When it's there, you're extending it. And that energy is going out to everyone that you meet. All right. That is lesson 144. Go forward and be the love. And as you continue to practice, and please like, comment, share this video here on YouTube. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. All right. I look forward to being with you for the next lesson, which is lesson 145. In the meantime, much love to you from my heart to yours. And again, thank you for being here always.